Hi, I'm Dave Edwards. Today, I want to talk a little bit about developing the right kind of relationships with the people that you work with or supervise. Hey, I write about productivity and leadership and management issues every week. I publish a weekly free newsletter that I would love to send to you. All you have to do is go to my webpage, daveedwardsmedia.com, click on the contact page and sign up, and I'll get you on the list. And I'll never sell your list to anyone else. So, whether you're leading an organization of 5 or 500 people, an effective manager has to be visible and has to get to know what motivates his or her employees. This is a lot more difficult in a really large organization, but appearing detached is never a good way of building loyalty and getting the most out of your staff. I knew the CEO of a company that had well over 500 employees in different locations. And if you asked the people who worked with him, they would say that this guy truly cared about what they were doing and what they were working on. He knew a lot of their names. He had the talent to just sort of be introduced to people and remember their names. But more importantly, he remembered stories that he talked to when he approached somebody in a hallway and he asked them about a thing that they were working on, a project that they were working on. Well, he had a way of remembering that project. And months later, he would follow up just casually in the hallway to see how that project went. We each have to develop our own skill set. Some people are good at remembering names and ideas like that, but you may have a different approach. The important thing is that you have to know how to relate to the people you work with. Your management style will also have to evolve based on the people you lead. There have been people who've worked for me who needed much more reinforcement and encouragement than others. I've worked with some individuals who on Monday mornings looked for me so that I could ask them about their weekends. They wanted to tell me what they did over the weekends by themselves or with their families. And I'd listen to their stories about their boating trips and things that their families did. And I knew if I didn't ask and listen, well, that type of personality, that individual would think that I was mad at them and didn't care about them. So I made it a point of knowing who those people were and going up to them on a Monday morning and saying, "Hey, how was your weekend? What'd you do? Did you watch that football game?" or something like that. Conversely, there were others that I've managed who, had I asked them on Monday about their weekend, they would have considered it to be an invasion of their privacy. Everyone is different. A good manager has to adapt. Younger managers have often asked me if it's okay to be friends with the people you work with. Well, my answer to that is it depends on how you define friend. Of course, you want to be friendly with your staff, and being a manager does not mean that you should be removed and cold at dealing with these people. However, you have to know when that friendship is crossing a line. Is it okay to have lunch with an employee? Sure, it is. So, is it okay to go out for drinks with an employee afterwards? My opinion, no. And if you're going out with one employee for lunch, let's say, why are you just going with that one employee? Are you showing favoritism? Will it look like you're showing favoritism? Or are you discussing a project or a promotion? Maybe it's best to have more than one employee join you for lunch. Successful leaders have to be cognizant of not only what the relationship is like with the people that they work with, but how those relationships are being perceived. I'm Dave Edwards. Do you recognize this person? What about this guy? Or her? Do they remind you of someone that you work with? Not everyone is easy to work with or manage. I've researched the best techniques for managing the most difficult workers and compared notes with top human resource specialists. I put it all into my online course, How to Manage Difficult People, and I've added a complete section on how to manage remote workers. Find out more at daveedwardsmedia.com and click on courses.